This is an area of fruit trees that I've planted, and I don't have deer fencing around it. We've only got, whatever that is, 48-inch posts, and then we've got hordes of deer that, just live back there and occasionally come in here. So I don't really want to put a giant 7-foot fence around here or netting or anything. So what I have are these motion activated sprinklers. I just want to show you what setup I have. I have two, I believe these are Black & Decker. I'll have a link, Amazon Associate link in the comments below. These work okay. The nice thing about these is that they do have a solar panel on them that charges the battery. You can hear them clicking. That's the valve going on and off because I'm standing here and I have motion. But so you can either leave these on 24 hours a day, or what I've done is made it so that they only go on at night. So the way I did that is I have the water coming in. This is the water inlet that's going to the other unit. And I got this Insoma. This is a hose timer. This was like 20 bucks or something on Amazon or something like that. And the nice thing about this brand is that, let's see, it's very easy to use. You just turn the dial to what you want it to do, but it allows you to run have the timer be on for 12 hours, like up to 24, 23 hours or something like that. A lot of other timers they'll max out at like 3 hours or 6 hours, and I need this thing to be on all night. So that's why I got this, and I'll just go up close on here. So you've got auto setting, you've got the set clock, the start time, how long, how often, and then set it on auto, which is on auto. And then you've got sprinkler setting, which you can bypass that for a period of time and add a little bonus here. The screen is off while it's just sitting there. And one interesting thing is that the clock is actually in military time, 24-hour time. It's not AM, PM, so. And then I've got it hooked up to a quick disconnect right here, just in case I want to use my hose for something else. So I have a lot of connections here. And then behind here that you can't see is a on-off valve, so that I can adjust things without having that on. So anyway, and then I've got, so the water in is out here, and then water can go out, and I've got that going to a second unit over here. And yeah, so before, like anytime I came by with the lawnmower, the kids came by, they would get sprayed. Or actually, it was kind of a game. They would run by, and they were faster than the sensor, so it would go on. Anyway, it was a game for them. But it's not that great. It also, like when my neighbor, I had these facing the other way too. I had them down here facing this way. Like when my neighbor was working in the yard or something, they'd just be constantly going off. Not that I would shower them, but it's kind of annoying. So this way, now they will click all day, but they will only be spraying at night when the deer are actually here. I have it set to go on at 10 and then off at like 7:30 in the morning or something like that. I might change that to 9:30 or 9 at night. Depending, I'm not usually out doing something over here later than 9, but you never know. I just don't want to miss a deer happening. So far they've been working pretty well. The one trouble that I've had with them is two things. Sometimes they just go ballistic. Like if, there's leaves moving or shadows, if there's wind and then the shadows from the trees move, they'll pick that up and they just kind of go off too many times. And then the other thing is sometimes they just stop working, and when I take the batteries out, I don't know if it's a contact thing or what, there's no corrosion or anything, but when I take the batteries out, put them back in, then it works okay again. I should also mention that I have tried other units that actually have some more sophisticated setting, including day and night only setting, so they'll have a light sensor in there. But the one that I had, I'll put in the description what it was because I can't remember. I was excited about it, but when I set it up, the motion sensor itself was like not sensitive enough. I had to be like within, it felt like 3 to 5 feet of the device in order to actually get it to trip, even though it had like settings for like how far, and I mean they're supposed to be sensing stuff like 30 feet away. Like I'm standing here
well, this is probably only 15 feet away, but this is fine. And I couldn't get it to go off like enough. And I'm like, well, this is not helpful. Like it needs to be able to go off. So I don't know, maybe it was just my unit or something, but so they do exist. Some of them do have day, night, but I found that this actually works. And it's pretty cheap too. I mean, you can string a lot of these on one hose line. They don't need a ton of pressure. They just need to like surprise whoever's sneaking up. And as long as your timer is reliable, it's really great. So I just want to mention that I had tried that, and that's why I'm doing this.
I do need to expand. As you can see, I've got a couple of trees that are not in the ground yet. These are 2 Bing cherry trees. This is another Honeycrisp. Oh, that one's a semi-dwarf. So I'm probably going to be taking it that way a little bit towards the shed. And also these will kind of be doubling as a visual privacy screen. Because the sprinklers. And yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna leave them there for a while, see how that works. I might change them, like as I said, as I plant trees this way, I'll probably need to have one over there. But this way I can put them anywhere and I don't have to worry about them spraying me while I'm working. Like I often pull my lawn tractor up there to get, you know, various, like the bucket or the aerator or something like that. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that I need to access, and I don't want to have to turn the hose off every time. So, and of course you could put the timer at the source. You could put it at the faucet or something. It doesn't actually have to be out here. I just happen to put it out here. So yeah, we'll do that. I also do recommend having 2. Sometimes the spray from one can set off the other, and then they sort of do this tag team thing, but it's really good to have redundancy. You really don't want to miss that one night when the deer come and then it happens to not work, and then you've got no fruit or something. So hopefully it works with raccoons too. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Maybe the raccoons are gonna eat. I'll do all this work and then the raccoons will end up eating all our apples. So there you go. I will put a link to these, and then yeah, I think that's it for this video. And yeah, get out there and try stuff.